All right, good morning, everyone. Today is September the 21st. It's Thursday the 21st. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific. And I'm just real quick, I'm just going to go to a couple of the dollar pairs. I'm going to start with the dollar yen. It is very possible that wave 2, basically, so this will be Y of 2, could be here. And we are in the start of wave 1 of 3. So as you can see from from the tick mark, I'm up 300 ticks, but I didn't go in a lot of contracts because I had the price going. I had two coming down here, and that's one thing when you're trading Elliott, it can be a good and a bad thing for you because I went long at 109.33, but I kept a tight stop anticipating a move to the downside. But on my 300 moving average line, once price broke that, and then I found a place to get in, I went just a small, less than half of a contract because I still anticipated a move to the downside. But then all of a sudden, 300 ticks later, and I had no actually room to add yet. So what I'm anticipating now, if this is the bottom, I will expect prices to go somewhere near 114. At that point, I will either raise my stop and wait for a three-wave move down correction, and that's when I will add my contracts on for wave 2 of 3, which will basically go above 118 or near 118. So that's what I'm expecting in the dollar yen. Moving on to the pound yens on a weekly, it's a bit difficult. Some things happened with a couple of news reports yesterday that made the dollar strengthen, but a day later, it's kind of back to normal. So I did go in half, and I was up a little bit, but as you can see, price has risen. I am down about 35, 34 ticks. It is possible that wave 4 has ended at 136.54, but this particular market is a bit tricky. So I'll keep my contracts in at half of that with low risk. So I may have to come up with a new count. It still can be in wave 4 for sure, but if price does go above 136.54, then we're going to have to come up with an alternative in that particular market. Moving on to, let's go to a daily time frame of the euro dollar, and I'm down just a short bit, but I don't have this as wave 5. This can be possibly wave 3 here, then 4, and then you can have a 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and then a possible 5, which ended at 120.92 or a little bit over 121. But this here, the move from here is just too corrective for me. So it's still possible that we are in wave 4. I mean, even just looking at it really quick, if this was, this could be 3, 4, this could be 5 of 3, so the 3 can be moved here, possibly. Just play with it. Now you have an A here, you have a B here, you have a C here, you have a D here, and then you have wave E here of 4, which means that wave 4 could be here, and now you will expect wave 5 to come more closer to 121.50. I haven't done any measurements on it. I could do that and have it tomorrow. But now you can see wave 5 go above obviously the B of 4, and can be well into the 121, 122 range. That is highly possible, and if that is the case, now that I'm looking at it, what I'm going to do is lower my short stop to about right there, and if it bounces off of this particular 119.88 and go down, then I'll make some money. If it does and it goes above my stop, I'll take a loss, and then I'll reposition myself and go from there. For sure, the ending of the dollar weakness in the euro is near, but I am not great at calling tops, nor do I want to be great at calling tops. So I'll just continue to label, and once it presents itself, I'll go from there. Moving on to the CAD on a weekly time frame. So the CAD, I did pretty good on this one. So I'm up 183 ticks so far. I got in right just above the 0.786 of where I had it. Now I had it going, more towards 115.50, and it still is possible that a larger move to the downside is there. With that being said, I'll move my stop to around here and lock in almost 100 ticks, about 80, 85 ticks or so. If you look at the RSI, it is definitely oversold. So, but these RSIs are there's just something to have on there just to kind of look at, because they can tell two sides of the same story. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to it. It's just something to kind of glance at and be like, oh, okay, well, but they're lagging indicators at the end of the day. So they'll tell you what's great after the market has already done what's done, and you don't want that. So it is possible, but price would need to start to climb more towards 126, and that still doesn't mean that this particular move to the downside is over. So I'll keep an eye out on that as well. And then the last one I want to look at is the New Zealand dollar. The spike, I had this as a WXY. I had this right here. This moved down as a 1. I have a W here, which you can't really see, but the W is basically here, so I'll put it on top of my entry. Then this is an A, B, C for X here. And then you got an A, B, C for Y. And if this particular correction is correct, as you can see, it went just above 0.618, but below 78.6. It ended at 74.34, which was a give or take 34 or so ticks away from 0.786, and it was a give or take 30 ticks away, or pips away, from 0.618. So it's a good ending for wave 2, basically. So but now I need to see an impulsive drop for wave 1 of 3, which you can count this particular move here from 74.34 to 73.16 as a nice impulsive drop. That's definitely a 100 plus pip drop. So now I would need to see price break this trend line at 73.09 and continue down, and from there it will find its next support at around 72.50. So if this is the case, this may be a great opportunity for a trade to the downside. What you would want to do if you are not in this trade is, if this will be the one, you might want to wait until like this particular entry that I'm in, somewhere around 73.40, 73.50 to get back in. However, if it impulsively breaks the 73.09, trying to get in at 73.50, you won't even have a chance. You probably won't go back to that. So that's it on that. I actually missed the Aussie trade. I wasn't able to get in that, but I will have tonight. I'll take a look at the market and update. I was on vacation last week, so I didn't get to do much of anything actually. So I'll take a look at that and see where we're at on the Aussie. And I believe I got out of the. I think I got out of the. No, it wasn't the Euro Aussie. I was in the. Where is it? Euro. I was in the Aussie CAD, and I was doing great. And I exited the position right before I went on vacation, and I tried to enter last night at 99.26, and the market stopped at 99.14, and it shot down to 97.18. So I missed 200 ticks, but hey, it's life. It happens. It may pop me back in, but those are the things that are the funny headaches that you can get. Like, wow, I knew it was gonna come somewhere in here. I wasn't sure where. I'm set an entry to go short at 99.29. It got within 15 ticks and it just shot down, and I missed it. But it happens. You know, you'll live to trade another day. I believe this particular, I don't see anything in here yet, but I'll do something with that one as well. That's about it. All I have. If anyone else has something that they can see on the horizon, and if they feel that it's worthy of a look, or if it's something totally different than what I have, let's talk about it. Send me some comments below. And I'll have something for you guys tomorrow. Until then, happy trading.